Hello and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to show you how I made these really simple pen pal packs or ephemera holders, whatever you want to call it. I've definitely made things like these many times in the past, even for my patrons, but I figured you guys seem to like these videos and I'm going to go ahead and be making 30 of these, so might as well film it and show you. You're gonna start out with some type of a paper bag. Mine just happens to have this vintage print on it. I love these bags. They're from Amazon, so I'll put links below. But you can use plain, you can use glassine, whatever you have. And it's a really simple project. So you can see I already have almost 30 of them prepped to go. So I'm just gonna make one with you here and let's get started. So for this part, I really don't measure. I am just folding up about like a little bit more than a third of the way, I would say, so that there's space up here. And then since all this ends up upside down, I am going to be covering this up, but I actually take the very top of this because it's a little bit thicker just on these bags, and I fold it down, and I'm gonna actually glue that part down. But if you wanted to not glue it, you could also just leave it be and have it be like a little tuck spot. I decided not to because you'll see I'm adding a different type of pocket. We're gonna go like that. Again, that glue is gonna take a minute to dry. And then we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take my sewing machine, but you can also just use glue. And I'm gonna basically create this little double pocket by sewing down the side here and the side here. You don't really need to sew on the bottom because we just folded up. So I'm just gonna quickly go straight down. And then I will do that on the other side. I could actually, so you could sew all the way like around the edge of the bag if you want. And I think I did that on most of the other ones, but it's just really for decoration anyways. Okay, so here we have now just a really simple double pocket like that. Also, if you wanted to cut off the top of the bottom bag here, that would create an additional pocket, but I didn't need that for this project, so I did not do that. Now I took some scrap paper and I also cut it down to fit just like the bottom portion of my pocket. Let's see, I'll tell you, the bags are 6 by 9, by the way. Once it's folded up, it ends up being around almost 6 inches by almost 6 inches. And then this little piece right here, just for reference, is about 2 1/4 by 5 1/4. So I am going to glue just around 3 edges, because I am going to make this also a pocket, but just a little side pocket for a cute little tag or something like that. I think this would actually be a really good spot to put like the letter to my patrons or pen pals. So yeah, that just kind of a nice little hidden spot on the side. Okay, so I'll let that dry. Now we're basically done, so I am gonna fill these up with you since there's not really too much more to go. But I also wanted to add another little pocket, and so I took one of these clear pockets. I love these. I use these literally all the time in my crafting and my junk journals and things like that. Now this is actually a little bit too tall if I were to just put it straight down, so I'm gonna take my scissors, whoops, and it would have been easier to do that before I took the backing off, but that's okay. I'm just gonna eyeball it and trim some off and see, whoops. Okay, so I'm just gonna put it right down here, and I know there's gonna be a glare now. So now we have the top pocket, we have this bottom pocket, we have now the clear pocket, and the reason why I really like the clear pocket is because you can see through and see the pretty paper that I put down there, but you'll also be able to put any small little ephemera bits. And then we have the little side pocket right there. So that's really all there is to putting it together. Like I mentioned, I already made all of these, so we have tons to fill, and I thought I would go ahead and just show you what I'm filling them with this month. So we're gonna go ahead and start with the top. And we're gonna add one of these fun repair tags. I love these, and I gotta do a video where I'm gonna alter these because I used them a ton in my December daily, but I haven't really altered any of them yet. I made these layered, or I guess collaged mushroom vintage tags in a video either coming up or it was just up. And so I'm gonna stick one of those. For the patrons, depending on what tier you're in, you either get like one handmade item, some people get two, and then there's another, I gotta look, but there's another one where you'll get like additional handmade things. And so I'm gonna go ahead and put 2 vocabulary cards. I also like to include other goodies that are not handmade, obviously. And I'm gonna go ahead and put that in this bottom pocket. I'm gonna flip one around here so you can kind of see what you're getting yourself into there. I just cut up some of these journaling cards, and I think I'm actually gonna take my Distress Oxide really quick and ink around the edges just because it kind of blends in, and I really want everything to kind of stand out. That should be fine. We're just gonna place that there. A lot of this is for me about presentation. I like to make these little packs look really pretty and special because my patrons do, you know, support me in an additional way, and I want them to know that I appreciate them, and they're literally paying for monthly mail, and so I want it to look nice. I'm gonna take 2 of these little 3-cent vendor stubs. Oops. And I got these from Paper Harbor Co. I did a haul showing these items if you want to see all of the things I got from that shop. And so since these are kind of small, they could get totally lost in this package. That's what I'm going to use this little clear package for, or clear pocket. And I'm going to place those over here. Then I also went ahead and stamped out these kind of vintage tag, and I cut them out and I added a little string to some of them. And so I think that's a really fun thing to add into your pen pal mail is you know, stamped images, but not just stamped out and cut out, like, you know, make it into something or maybe color it in. I'm gonna go ahead and also put one of these little vintage labels here. And then what else? I'm gonna add a little stamp. I have a bunch of just different vintage type stamps, and so, you know, you guys know me, I love the mushroom theme, and so I'm gonna put that up here. And so that's another thing with the clear pocket here, is you can really get good use out of making this nice presentation where you can see all of the different levels. And so I don't know why, I just love it. I get a fun little kick out of it. And then I also made a ton of little clips here that have different keys. And I also got these keys off of, I think I honestly got like most of this from Amazon, to be quite honest. And I'm just gonna slip this over here. Not every patron will be getting one of these. This is one of the extra things that the other tiers are getting. So I'll just add that into some. And then I also made these fun little, like, I guess bookmarks almost, or tags. And that's what will go in the side here. And I think they're a little too long. Let's see here. I guess that's not too bad. I don't want it to be sticking out too much just because I want it to fit in the package really well. And then I'll wrap these up in a fun way, which I haven't figured out quite yet. But there we go. So that is the finished little package. I had so much fun putting all of these together. I will be honest, this month took me quite a long time to figure out what I was going to be doing for Happy Mail, but I gotta tell you guys, I've already mentioned it in another video, but I'm so excited for February mail. I still have extra spots on my patron club, and you probably don't want to miss out on this if you love vintage Valentine's Day things, but I'm going to give you a sneak peek here. I am going to be curating, or I guess putting together these boxes, and essentially you can turn it into a shaker box, which I'm including an exclusive little sequin mix that will be made by me, and that the patrons will each be getting a little bit of it. and you can make it into a shaker box, or you can make this into a vintage Valentine's Day ephemera holder box. And I'm going to be printing and backing all of these fun little vintage Valentine's Day die cuts, and I'll be backing them on pretty papers, and I will also have some actual vintage Valentine's Day things in that package as well. So I just had to show you because I'm excited to do February's mail, and even if you want, you can just sign up for 1 month. I don't have all of the details on signing up and all that, but you can check out on my Patreon link below if you're interested. Okay guys, but that's all for today. I hope that you had fun crafting with me, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys!